first.
It's difficult to
I need to take this upstairs.
on a regional basis. You know, so I mean, more traffic is no good.
Something else in close town? Huh? Want to close town, do some fast? I'm not going to ShopRite. I won't be going back to ShopRite until probably Friday because they got them little Lunchable things we like to eat on sale.
So this weekend, to keep your slow roll from becoming a full stop,
But I'll be going to I think the post office before I go to ShopRite. You know what? They may not even have them stamps now that I think about it. Because they done stopped the money orders.
Closure this year for a complete list of all the impacted ramps and for detailed detours. Head to our website, cbsnewyork.com. Did not want to pick on the BQE. There are other roads that we can avoid too. So we'll just say that for now.
We'll say that for now. Animal Care Centers of New York City says they are at capacity and not accepting stray dogs or dogs from owners who say they can't take care of their pets anymore. The rescue says it's currently working on a solution and hopes to reopen its dog intake again. To free up space, though, to make it happen, they're asking people to consider adopting or fostering pets.
Right now we have over 300. We're having cages in the hallway, we have cages in offices, and we just don't have any more room.
The animal care centers in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and on Staten Island are still open for emergency care, veterinary care, behavioral training or counseling, and to buy pet foods and supplies.
All right, to our weather now. Fall is in full swing. Nice chill in the air.
Yeah, nice leaf colors.
Good, really some nice fall colors up there. I'll show you where there might be some good places to go. If you got some time tomorrow to go leaf peeping, tomorrow's the day. It's gonna be the pick of the week. And Dick, already fans of the BQE are starting to write in everything. I wonder how many there are. I just really wonder who they are. All five of them love the BQE. Don't appreciate it. Here's what I got for you guys. Outside right now, here's your picture. So there's some clouds overhead, but for the most part, you get some clear skies mixed in there as well. Sunny cloud mixed with a temperature of 60 degrees. That's that fall chill in the air. So you're a little below average today. Wake up tomorrow morning. Another chilly start. 50 degrees in the city. I see a 41 for Monticello. Where do you see this blue color? Look right there, a little bit outside of Monticello. That can be an upper 30-degree reading out there. Places well west of the city as well. Chilly start, getting up to a high temperature between 65 and say 68 in the city. We'll say 67. You got some 70s out there. Caldwell, East Brunswick, Toms River, Hempstead. Okay, about 70 degrees, maybe a 71 mixed in. Closest wet weather is associated with this low pressure system with some rain, sweeping through the Great Lakes right now. This low wants to push north of our area so we don't have a huge risk for rain for your day tomorrow. In fact, I think it's the best day of the week. You could have a little swipe of a shower come through. It will be very spotty. Better chance for rain is going to be as you push towards the weekend. But tomorrow, the pick of the week, why not this idea of looking at some fall colors? Because we do see peak colors right now in portions of our area. But really the great stuff, you get up into the Adirondacks, you've got peak viewing right now. But even places closer to home, okay, some Catskills, you're like around, Bel Air, Hunter Mountain. That's some peak viewing at some of those ski areas out there. So if you have a day off tomorrow, you can check it out. It's a good one to do because your skies are beautiful in New York City and the metro areas. It's very low on the scale of fall colors. Wet weather is brewing out there. Not so much for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's low. Friday, relatively low in. 25% bumping up, but it's still down from what we initially thought. Saturday now, especially the second half of Saturday into Sunday. That's your wet weather forecast right there. How much rain are we talking about? The European is saying about a half an inch to an inch. The GFS saying a bit more, but still in the same ballpark, about an inch to 2 inches. So one saying half inch to an inch, the other one, 1 to 2 inches. Not as big as the big rains we had, earlier this month. Think about this, guys. 5 of the last 5 weekends have given us rain. And it looks like we could make it 6 out of 6 with this upcoming weekend because I do see rain coming in here for Saturday and Sunday. Up until then, building clouds back on Thursday and Friday. And there's a rain chance. Yes, it's very slight. As I showed you Saturday and Sunday, the better chance for it's 5 o'clock somewhere. There you go.
Otis is here. It's 6:20. What's going on in sports?
Otis.
Yeah, we've got the latest injury news on two of the NFL quarterbacks here in New York. Aaron Rodgers continues to rehab and still hopes to come back before the season ends. And we don't know if Daniel Jones is in or out for this Sunday night against the Bills. We'll hear it straight from the horse's mouth where he stands as of today. And the CBS Evening News just minutes away. Here's Nora reporting for Tel Aviv.
Good evening, Dana and Dick. We're going to continue our reporting from Israel tonight on the CBS Evening News after CBS 2 News at 6. We spoke with a physician assistant from New York City who is actually volunteering at a hospital here in Israel. Turns out it is the same hospital her grandmother worked at after surviving the Holocaust. All the news tonight from here in Israel on the CBS Evening News.
First Alert Weather is powered by ChevyOffers.com. With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD. Or you can move away. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's the Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus get 1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your local Chevy dealer.
It is going to be a mess of a commute.
If it's happening now, your morning team is on it live.
We have team coverage early morning.
So you don't miss a thing.
Still inactive, seen hours later.
Join us tomorrow morning because you never know what'll happen next.
The new 9/11 Notice Act was just signed by the governor. Any worker in Lower Manhattan between 9/11 and May 30th, 2002 may be entitled to significant compensation. Call 1-844-93-5454.
Yeah, I was calling you to get you on my date. Yeah, I ain't taking it. I'm just having the people later on tonight to date the day. Oh, okay. Nothing much.
From the genetic makeup of your cancer to your other
Yeah.
health conditions to your emotional and physical
Nothing I need. I'm
because
waiting to
each
get to come up.
gives
Once
us
they
a
have
unique
dinner.
to personalize your care and your
Right.
and all of them can add up to a life-changing difference. At Catholic Health,
Right. I'm sure I will. I told my sister I was going to bring her peace tomorrow and we go to play with Tina.
We're defined by the questions we ask and the challenges we take on.
All right, you take care. And thanks again. All right, thanks again.
How to travel
All right.
transform.
Bye-bye.
How will we make the world safer? At RTX, we take on the big challenges. We ask the big questions, and we find answers. We are RTX. Attention patients exposed to urologist Darius Padu. If you experienced an inappropriate encounter with Padu, hold him and his enablers accountable anonymously. Please call 212-233-3600 or visit ATD.com. You're not alone anymore.
Yeah, I told you.
That's when we need so much yesterday.
How much did I get work?
Okay, now Yankees,
Right,
Jets,
too much
Giants, so
too.
we lead on with hockey. All right, thank you for coming off season, right? Don't look now, but the NHL season actually began today.
That's
Three
what
games
it
on the
is,
schedule,
baby.
but our local teams don't take the ice until Thursday at the earliest. Rangers visit Buffalo, Devils host Detroit, and the Islanders' first game
You want me to go to the
You know,
bathroom?
Benito,
Sabres. The Rangers on the ice this morning with their head coach, Peter
the
Laviolette,
lady,
in charge. The Blue Shirts
Yeah.
try to bounce back after their
You going to
disappointing
the
appearance
bathroom
in the
right now?
playoffs
No.
last season. You know, that's
The
when
lady,
Devils knocked them out in the first round.
next door to me,
But are they
we
going
have
to
next
find
door to
an
me,
early exit?
our son is walking her down the hall, but she look, they come check on her every day. One works in the post office, one is police. They both come check on her every day. That's my
No
issue.
official word on what happened to Daniel Jones' neck on Sunday.
And I
But
can see why,
Brian
but she
Dable
looks,
expressed
she
optimism
looks
that Danny
like
Dimes
she,
will
you
be
know,
able to play against the Bills on
not
Sunday
too
night.
well.
Today, Jones himself gave
I
us
came out the door, but I waited
show. Said it's not the
until
same injury that forced him to
come
miss
by
6 games
because
in
he was
2020.
walking there, you know.
It's a neck injury,
I didn't want to come down the hall,
but
you know, in the way.
I
Then when I got by the Negro's door, he was coming out at the same time. The wife was speaking out the door too. So he said, oh, hey, this is my friend. He's my friend here, this is my brother, he's telling his wife.
He was interrupted by Ravens running back J.K. Dobbins, who's
He thinks I'm his friend, but I ain't taking no chances. So he's crazy. You tell the way he laughs. No, I don't think he do that since then. Yeah. His daughter was below there right away.
I'm out here working, he's on the phone. Exactly. Not a sweat ball on his head.
They go out together all the time. I don't think we do that.
And now you can take a leash.
Fish out plate, we got some new.
Yeah, let's start.
What we got?
I'm about to be chicken. I didn't make it today, I told you.
So we decided to fish, huh? Okay.
A lot of people need to replace their windows or patio doors, but they put it off because they think it would be too expensive. Hi, I'm Ann Romer. I'm here with Michael Smith from Renewal by Solutions. You really work with the customers to find affordable solutions.
We do it. We're the replacement window division of AS, one of the largest window manufacturers in North America. So we can usually offer our customers larger discounts and better financing in their contract.
Other window companies don't offer your same window and door installation method.
Our installers have installed
Oh, that's not blank.
but windows are manufactured to precisely fit specific window openings. Being custom built also means if you have any beautiful trim that you'd like to keep, we can install your windows without impacting that trim. You won't get this with most vinyl windows.
And you offer a free window and patio door diagnosis.
We do. We'll come to your home and
You
assess
know,
your current
night
usage
should
and
be
show you where
good,
you might be losing
after 8 o'clock.
Then
They
we'll
got
give you
new
an exact
FBI out
price
there.
that's good for an entire year.
So you're not a high-pressure company.
Things
My background is
that,
in home remodeling as a carpenter.
that already
I've seen
happened,
every window problem out there. So now
they took off international, that's good.
comfortable with the right window.
And your patio doors are really gorgeous.
They are. And they're engineered to easily open and close for years. And with multiple locking points, they provide great
Great sale. During your initial visit only, buy one window, patio door, or entry door, and get the next one 50% off. That's 50%
That's
off
what
with a
Gatorade
minimum
is.
of 6 units. Plus,
It's an
double
energy
monthly
drink
for
with
1
less
year. Our
zero
ridiculously great sale ends October 31st. For a free appointment during our
Right,
sale,
yeah.
call
I think so, that's why she blows it.
1-800-388-8383. That's 1-800-388-8383.
It was, how many was it? I think 10 was okay. Well, I don't really want no fun. Oh, this is my teacup.
An exclusive offers on select new Volvo models. Contact your Volvo retailer to learn more.
Most Afternoon on CBS 2 News is brought to you by your local Volvo
You know,
dealer. Here's one for you. New Yorkers who've been craving a bath but don't have access to a tub can now rent one. Starting this week, cosmetics company Lush is offering private bathtub rentals at its Lexington Avenue spa location. Bath. If you've been looking for a relaxing bath, Lush experience lasts half an hour and costs $50.
For a second, I thought that meant a bathtub. I'm just saying.
Who would lug it upstairs? That would be
You know, like I said, I feel that the other one would beat, so.
We're live in Tel Aviv. President Biden denouncing attacks by Hamas.
that's how she looked without all the makeup.
Evil as Israel Israel pummeled Gaza with its fiercest airstrikes
Sometimes
yet,
these
and the desperate search
can't
for
get made up.
hostages, including Americans, underway. Here are tonight's headlines. Tonight, the relentless attack as Israel reduces parts of Gaza to rubble. And this propaganda video shows Hamas preparing for the attack. CBS's Holly Williams with new reporting.
Israel's military says it's positioned 35 battalions close to the Gaza Strip, with a ground invasion expected.
Boy, they taking some
President
chances.
Biden's address to the
And
nation,
reporters, I'm telling
confirming
you.
Americans are among the hostages in Gaza,
You hear this
and
today?
vowing support for Israel.
This is an act of sheer evil. Hamas offers nothing but terror and bloodshed with no regard to basic
Look at
rights.
that.
Let there be no doubt. The United States has Israel's back.
Tonight, the USS Ford carrier strike group arrives near Israel as the Secretary of State prepares to
Get all
visit.
them planes where they can tap them Hamas and carry.
CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb speaks with the parents of an Israeli-American soldier killed in the first wave of Hamas attacks.
Hmm.
Never want to get the knock on the door.
With the two Army officers outside.
We're on the ground at high-tech defense system.
They got things booted to knock them off and right out the sky.
Action. Meet an American physician assistant on vacation here in Israel, now working in a hospital with special meaning.
Your grandmother who survived the Holocaust came from Hungary to work in this hospital. We're out working today.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. We're in Israel as it prepares for an expected ground invasion of Gaza, in what is already the bloodiest war in decades. Here in Tel Aviv, we heard air raid sirens throughout the day with constant threats of rocket attacks. On day 4 of this escalating war, Israel is pounding Gaza with hundreds of missile strikes, targeting what the military calls a Hamas terror nest. Reports tonight the IDF took out Hamas's economic minister, and more than 1,000 people have been killed in Israel, with an estimated 900 in Gaza. And we have learned some disturbing new details about a massacre that occurred in a small Israeli village near the Gaza border, with the brutal murders of men, women, and children, including babies. At least 14 Americans are among the dead, with at least 20 more Americans unaccounted for. Some are being held hostage by Hamas. President Biden spoke today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It has been their third phone call since this crisis began. We have team coverage tonight from Israel to Washington, and CBS's Holly Williams is with us just back from the southern border. Good evening, Holly.
Good evening, Nora. Hamas says it won't hold any negotiations over the hostages that it's holding while it's still under fire. And as we now know, some of them are American. We should warn you tonight that our report
They
contains
use their own
disturbing
people
images.
as shields.
Israeli airstrikes are pounding the Gaza Strip, perhaps softening the territory for a ground invasion. Israel says it's destroying weapon storage and infrastructure used by Hamas, which is designated a terrorist group by the US. Palestinian officials put the death toll at 900, and the United Nations says there have been more than a dozen hits on health facilities. Israel's military says it's now positioned 35 battalions in the areas surrounding Gaza, from where Hamas launched its attack on Saturday. It caught Israel's security forces off guard, but Hamas propaganda videos appear to show the militants training for a similar attack, complete with a model village. The militants fired more barrages of rockets today, hitting the city of Ashkelon in southern
Look at all them
Israel.
rockets
The
coming
country's
in.
Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, promised they would have vengeance.
Hamas will understand that by attacking us, they have made a mistake of historic. We will exact a price that will be remembered by them and Israel's other enemies for decades to come.
But the scale of what the militants inflicted on Israel is still emerging. In some small farming communities, people were
Yehuda Gottlieb is a dual US-Israeli citizen who works as a first responder. He was outside Be'eri kibbutz as Israel's security forces battled the militants. Security camera footage shows the gunmen breaking into the compound.
We drove all the way to the airline on the road, and we were careful not to get any bodies.
You had to avoid bodies on the road.
Exactly.
They were littering the road.
Terrible.
Anne Holly is back with us, and you have reported from Israel for decades. What have these attacks done to the people psychologically?
Nora, I think it's rocked people's sense of security. Some people have told us that they no longer feel safe in their own homes. This is a part of the world that's no stranger to violence, but for many Israelis, this just feels very different.